Welcome to Timberline. My name is John Burton, Director of Marketing and Public Affairs. I've been at Timberline for 8 years and I'm really looking forward to showing everyone around today. Timberline was commissioned in 1937 during the Great Depression to put people back to work. It was dedicated in the fall of 1937 and is still being used today as was intended, a ski lodge. Timberline has a ton of things to offer for all different types of people. We obviously have a ton of winter recreation going on right now with the skiing and snowboarding. In the summertime, we also ski and snowboard up on the Palmer Snowfield behind us. And below us, behind the historic lodge, we also have a gravity bike park that will run, late into September and October, depending upon the weather. We also have a historic hotel, which is a National Historic Landmark. We have 7 restaurants on the property. And a great place just to come up, spend a couple nights, eat, drink, connect with friends and family, and have a good time. We're very fortunate, living here in the Portland metro area to have a gem, as close to town, basically 60 miles away from town, a National Historic Landmark, world-class skiing and snowboarding year-round, mountain biking in the summer, hiking the Pacific Crest Trail. Through hikers are literally, buried in the snow behind me, but are going right behind the hotel. Lots of culinary experiences, events, music, so close, so accessible. Timberline feels so fortunate to host people from all over the world, particularly when we see people coming from overseas and our international audience. The word is out, Timberline is special, and to share, the history and the experiences here, and that's something that they can take back to their friends and family, back home, talk about it, and hopefully bring a little bit of Mount Hood and Timberline with them. A lot of people don't realize Timberline is actually busier in the summer than in the winter. We do a ton of volume in the winter because of our world-class skiing and snowboarding, but in the summertime, people are out traveling, driving through, and they simply want to come up and experience the hotel, the historic nature of what's going on, ride mountain bikes. So we have a tremendous amount of traffic. We're actually busier in the summer and we feel very fortunate. Timberline has a long-standing relationship with U.S. Ski and Snowboard that we're very proud of. We take pride in that, where we kind of see ourselves as rooting for the hometown team. They're here all summer training, in an elite facility for elite level athletes, tuning up their skills to travel around the globe and represent the United States, and to be part of that is a really special thing. Mount Hood is unique in the Cascade Range, running north-south through the Pacific Northwest. We have developed skiing and snowboarding on the south side of Mount Hood all winter, and it simply does not exist anywhere else. The transition to spring at Timberline is great, and particularly from my view, it's a perfect time to come up. Maybe if you're an introductory level skier or snowboarder, the weather's great, the snow's great. It's a little more welcoming than a storm day in January, and a perfect time to get engaged with the sports. If you wanted to plan the perfect day or weekend at Timberline, get up early, come on up, have some breakfast in the historic hotel, head out to the slopes, have some great skiing and snowboarding throughout the morning, come back in, have some lunch, grab some nachos, go back out, wrap up your afternoon of skiing and snowboarding, maybe in the terrain parks as the snow's a little softer in the afternoon, come in for some après ski, hunker down by the fireplace, roll into dinner, and then into bed. There are accessible options on the mountain for people that simply have not been exposed to winter sports. For example, Summit Pass, which is the lower lodge at Timberline, designed for beginner skiers and snowboarders, slower chairlifts, easier access, value-added pricing, and a much more friendly vibe. My 2 favorite places on the property to relax right behind me, Silcock's Hut, which was built at the same time at Timberline Lodge, but a much smaller scaled down version. And then right below us, behind the hotel, is Flock's Point Cabin, which is an old Boy Scout cabin, which has been converted into a street taco restaurant, only accessible by your skis or snowboard. My favorite thing to do is do what we call the 4540, and that stands for 4,540 vertical feet. Come out, get on the Magic Mile chairlift, ride it to the top, take the Snowcat up to the top of Palmer Snowfield, and ski all the way back down to Government Camp. 3 very different skiing experiences and the longest run in North America. One thing Timberline is known for is its world-class terrain parks, and that is anchored off of the summer terrain park program that we have up on the Palmer Snowfield, catering to elite level Olympic athletes. that information and passion is translated into our winter park offering. So we have a progression type strategy here. Anyone from a new terrain park beginner to expert only terrain park features. I love coming to work. I feel so fortunate. The people that I work with are so passionate and wonderful, and our customers are equally as wonderful. And I think that is simply because the historic value and the nature of Timberline Lodge brings out the best in me. Thank you for spending some time at Timberline today. We appreciate everyone that comes to visit for all that we have to offer, and we look forward to seeing you on Mount Hood soon.